this. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Okay, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end, for a year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
From the red zone now, Newton. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Stewart. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. This is Stewart. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, little 360. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Just when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Charles, Tyreek Hill finished the year with 593 yards, 6 touchdowns, and we saw how he can be versatile, his explosiveness. Only made $450,000 this year. He's just 22 years old. Did he make some money for the future years, though?
Oh, there's no question about that. He made excellent money for himself through incredible play. And to show his impact, I thought we'd go back to the playoff game against Pittsburgh. When Pittsburgh, in their first kickoff, kicked away from him and gave up big-time field position, and Kansas City rolled down and scored, for the rest of the game, they decided, let's kick to him and try and bottle him up. They were successful in this game, but it just shows the impact he has that people want to keep it away from him.
In motion right, Macklin. Third and long, it's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
Adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Surveying the field. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Newton to throw, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Allen Bailey able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
Stewart is the lone setback. On first down, Newton. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Allen Bailey in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. 56. On second down, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Shift together here from the D-line. From the red zone now, Newton looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now Smith. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you pick.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 28.
They go back to Stewart on 1st. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton now adapted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We'll see Kelce in the slot to the left. From his end zone, Smith on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. He was looking again for Kelce there on that play, and it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They come out here in the eye. And Newton's going to keep it. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Stewart. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So 3rd and goal. Stewart. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. In the back of the end zone. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Anything moves, we get it. Anything moves, we get it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go. Check.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. We got a breather here to talk conference championship games for a second, and the games were not close at the end. I know some people wanted really tight games, but you have to respect Atlanta and New England. From the word go, dominant.
And not only were they dominant, it was against teams who came in as the hottest teams in the league. Green Bay had won 8 games in a row. Pittsburgh had won 9 games in a row. New England, Atlanta, as you said, right from the start, established their dominance and continued it throughout each game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throwing it to you. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down is Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. That's it.
Here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. They got spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Stewart is the lone setback. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. Now Stewart. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
And there's 3 touchdowns. It's got him in the lead. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Newton. That is caught inside the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards.